including a juvenile Duro spider. Until next time, for the Farm Monitor, I'm Ranger Nick, reminding you, like I always do, that enthusiasm is contagious. Well, you talk about a place that I've driven by a million times and never found myself in, and that's Godfrey's Feed right here in Madison, Georgia. And I like to feed myself healthy from time to time, and animals are the same way. We need to look out for what animals eat and the regimens they have. And here's a gentleman that knows something about that. That's Brian Lance. Hey, Brian, so good to meet you today, and so glad to have you on the segment. We're going to talk about purchasing, which is something that you do with Godfrey's Feed, but in particular, Brian, we find ourselves today in front of this mountain of corn. And I happen to find myself looking up close at them, as I do at many things, and I noticed from these corn kernels that they're flat.
Yes.
It looks like somebody has driven over them with a truck. Why is that?
So this is a process that's very unique to Godfrey's. Our corn goes through a very regimented quality control process. We probe every single truck that comes into Godfrey's, and we test it for certain toxins to make sure that our food supply that goes to our animals are safe to eat for them and pass along to us in the milk and the meat.
So this corn being flattened, does it help from a digestion? Does it help from a palatability standpoint?
So the answer is yes to both. We steam roll all of our corn on site here, and we add moisture to it, put it through a rolling process, and then dry it back down, and that's what it is. Finishing this phase right here is the drying down process, and we do that to break up the corn to make it easier to the animals to digest. Yes.
Your training tells you that this is very beneficial for the animal.
Yes, increases the digestibility by a good amount than just straight shell corn.
Interesting, and that's not just cows? That's
any animal that it goes into, yes, sir.
Outstanding. Well, what I want to do now is I want to go from this pile to how this pile of flattened corn kernels gets into a bag or into a truck and is all mixed up with other things to make that recipe that animal needs, and I want to go there next. All right, so that corn leaves the warehouse floor, comes inside, and meets up with Emmalee Richardson. Hey, Emmalee.
Hey.
So good to meet you. Emmalee started as an intern here, been with Godfrey's for 4 years, deals in bulk sales. Emmalee, we've got a computer screen. If I'm a farmer and I want that corn, not just by itself, but maybe mixed in with some other ingredients to make this recipe for my cows or for my goats, what could you do for me?
So the steam flake corn ends up overhead in a grain bin. We have approximately 18 bins overhead of 18 different ingredients. All of those bins are on a series of augers or a series of electrical circuits. Those electrical circuits, when the batching system tells it to pull a specific ingredient, it will pull into these two scales. As you can see, they both have weights to pull into until they are satisfied for that specific formula. And it can pull up to all 18 ingredients at a time.
Wow, a mixture of 18 at once. Okay.
Yeah. And then from those two scales, it feeds directly into our mixer. Our mixer has two blades in it, just like a mixer in your kitchen would. Mixes the feed for approximately 10 seconds. That's all it takes to thoroughly mix a feed.
Okay.
So, and then from there, it goes back into an elevator and overhead to our bagging system.
And here comes the final product. Here is this mix of feed, and I find myself with Montana Dyar. Hey, Montana. So Montana, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday. And Montana is sales and marketing manager here at Godfrey. So Montana, we're standing in front of this conveyor belt, and there's a robot behind us doing a lot of work that I suspect was being done by people before.
Yes. So prior to us getting the robot, we had a round table where people kind of sat at the end of it and would hand stack all of these bags. So it saved a lot of backs. It actually has a name. I don't think I told you this. We call it Captain Godfrey, but it has done a lot for us the past few years.
Good job, Captain. So from this, we saw the technology inside. These coming off here, the recipes for the animals. What makes Godfrey's, in your opinion, unique compared to other seed and feed places?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that makes us unique is that we're able to have a relationship with our customer. So we've been here for a long time, since 1879, and we really feel like we're able to kind of build those relationships and offer some custom things for the customers from our bulk feed rations, kind of working with them to fit exactly what they're doing on their farm. So
I think that's what's so special. Custom orders, and these feed recipes is so special. I've really appreciated my time with you today.
Yes.
I have learned a ton. Thank you. I hope you all go online and check out Godfrey's, learn more about the processes that go on here and all the job opportunities in this kind of field. And while you're online, check out the Ranger Nick Facebook page. Until next time, for the Farm Monitor, I'm Ranger Nick, reminding you, as I always do, that enthusiasm is contagious. So pass it on. Y'all, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you right back here this time next month. See ya. Holding a juvenile Juro spider. Until next time, for the Farm Monitor, I'm Ranger Nick, reminding you, like I always do, that enthusiasm is contagious.